In today's video, we're talking about the Tusk Moto Billet foot pegs for this KTM 350 XWF. Let's jump right in. What's up, guys? Welcome to Trail Tune-Up. My name's Jason. We're at Carnegie today and we're testing out the Tusk Moto Billet foot pegs for this KTM. First things first, so the whole reason I actually got these, well, they're black and they match the black frame on my bike, and I just thought that they looked cool. Sometimes you buy things just because they look cool. So in my opinion, these are the best bang for your buck when it comes to buying foot pegs. Beyond them being black and me thinking that they look super cool, they are priced at just under $80, I think, for the set. And you really are going to have a hard time finding anything cheaper than that has a good build quality. What I really like about these are the grips. As you can see, they are replaceable. Some people like those, some people don't. You can get a different set of the grips on there. I'm not sure what they're actually called, but you know, whatever those little pieces are called, they are super grippy. The best that I've ever had, to be honest. And I really like the design of them. So one thing that I want to point out is the angle. You can see that these are actually tilted slightly up, and what that does is it really allows your thighs to squeeze the side of the bike a lot better. They're slightly wider than the stock KTM foot pegs by about, I want to say, 1/8 of an inch. So I've already been riding for about an hour today, but we're going to hop back on the bike. I'm going to talk you through what I'm feeling. I will say, when I first hopped on, I did notice the angle upwards of the foot peg, and I thought it felt weird at first, but now after an hour of riding, super used to it, and it feels like that's how it's been the whole time. And I really want to commend Rocky Mountain ATV and Tusk for creating this foot peg because, well, it's the best one that I've ever used. I've only ever had the stock ones though, so take that with a grain of salt. So right now what I'm doing is I got my foot on the foot pegs and I'm just trying to sort of slip them, and they're not really moving at all. So excellent grip on these foot pegs. I've never actually seen grips kind of like this on a foot peg. You know, they're not rounded, but they've got like a sort of rounded edge but a tipped point, if that even makes any sense at all, which I don't feel like it does, but that's okay. That's what this channel's all about, not making sense but thinking that it does. I will say these are super grippy. Are they gonna jack your boots up? Yes. Do all foot pegs do that? Yes. So that's why you want to get yourself some Alpine Tech 7s, Alpine Star Tech 7s I should say, because you can actually get the boot resoled. You got to buy the soles from you know, Alpine Stars, and then you can take them to a shoe cobbler, is that what they're called? Yeah, and get them resoled, and then they're basically like brand new. So little bit of an investment with the Tech 7s because they're, you know, like $400 or something like that. I got them on sale for $250 though, which was a crazy screaming deal. And yeah, so like I said, any foot pegs are gonna chew up your boot, but you can sort of alleviate that worry by getting the Alpine Star Tech 7s. All right, we're gonna go hit up Happiness Valley, little black diamond run, so we can put these foot pegs through their paces a little bit. Always got to be careful at Carnegie because, well, there's a lot of two-way trails and you never know who's coming the other way, and if they know how to ride or if they're just going way too fast for a blind corner. Just like that. They weren't going too fast, but you know, if I was and they were, could have been disastrous. They also didn't give me a hand signal, so I don't know if anyone's coming, but I also never really trip if someone doesn't give you a hand signal, because I've definitely passed by someone and just felt that in that moment I couldn't let go of my handlebars, so I didn't get to give them a signal. So don't really trip if, you know, no one gives you a 1 or a 0 or a 5 if they're riding with a pack.
This is where we'll really be able to feel the true grip. I'm usually coming the opposite way, and this is the part that I'm always in first, feathering my brakes the whole time. But yeah, I gotta say, these feel great. Even though they're barely wider than the stock pegs, I can definitely feel the extra platform. It almost is like it makes finding my brake a little easier. And I've got a like slightly extended brake tip on this bike just because, man, the stock one was just so hard to find with my foot. I felt like I was having to angle my toe in so far to catch it. But with these and the angle that they're at, already kind of bringing your foot that way, I'm finding it easier to actually hit my back brake. And you know, a lot of people are like, you know, oh, you shouldn't really use your front brake at all when riding your dirt bike. And to that I say, do you even ride dirt bikes? I mostly am hitting just my front brake and using my downshifting to slash engine braking to actually slow down. So, you know, everyone has their preferences and whatnot. I don't go hard on the front brake. I just find that I'm feathering it a lot more than my back brake. Like right now, I'm just going into first gear and lightly touching my front brake. I have not touched my back brake once yet, and I won't until I guess I need to. I really only use my back brake for in conjunction with my front brake for like really quick stopping. And so yeah, I guess that's a little tip. I don't know. Let's go find ourselves a little path. I think we're currently on Brewer's Trail, as it's known. I guess now we're on Brewer's Trail. Man, these foot pegs feel good. Nice and wide, nice and grippy. You can't ask for more in a foot peg. Also made of billet aluminum, so they're lightweight and super sturdy. I don't know if you're gonna notice a couple ounces difference from the stock peg. And to be honest, they might even be the same weight as the stock peg. I never really tested that, but I guess it's something to know. But with this particular, these particular foot pegs, I was going for functionality and style. I mean, the black, you can't deny, it looks great. Oh, my bike's just spinning. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up that. Look at that, look at that hole I made. That's crazy. I basically dug that whole hole out just now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull this out of there very easily. I am in there pretty good. I'm gonna have to do that so I can all right, first let's get this gigantic rock out of there. Next, let's dig this out. I'm having to hold the clutch in and then push the wheel out. There we go. All right. So I got out. Now just to figure out how to get up. That was nice of them to check on me, make sure I was all good. The times where dirt biking feels like the biggest workout is when you get stuck somewhere. You gotta figure your way out. And we're back on the open road. On the road again. I don't want to get a YouTube copyright strike, 'cause I sound exactly like a guy that sings. I can't wait to get on the road again. Thank you, thank you. There's not much more to say about these. They come in 2 colors. You can get the standard aluminum gray color. I haven't had a chance to see them, so I don't know if they're shiny or if they're more muted, but I was all about the black ones. One day I'll probably end up blacking this bike out. I do love the KTM orange. I do like my graphics that I've got, but man, an all black bike just looks so mean and sick. So yeah, not much more to say except you can't find a better foot peg for the price. And I mean, if you can, drop it in the comments and let me know which ones you found that were well priced and well built. So that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching Trail Tune Up. If you found this video entertaining or informative in any way, please feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. My name's Jason. We'll see you out on the trail, baby. Woo!